morning children, I am your social science teacher. Today I will be doing from civics second chapter, the Constitution of India, which we have already learned in the first chapter. The continuation of that chapter is only the Constitution of India, children. See here, making of the Constitution of India and what are the aims and objectives of the Constitution of India we are going to study today, children. You all know who is the father of the Constitution. It is none other than Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. See, along with the 300 people, he has drafted this Constitution, children. So today we are going to study about the Constitution of India. So in the previous chapter, we have studied the role of the Constitution in a society and the journey of the making of the Constitution of India, and we are going to study its aims and objectives today, children. So my first topic will be making of the Constitution. See children, here India attained independence in the year 1947 on 15th August, you all know that. With the freedom emerged a need of a set of written laws to govern the country. Thus, the leaders of that time collaborated to set up the Constituent Assembly to frame the Constitution of India, children. So today, we all know that we have got all rights. We are in a free and fair election country. We have got elections. Why do we have elections? Because we are in a democratic country, children. So, the Constituent Assembly consisted of some great political leaders at that time, like such as Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, Rajendra Prasad, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, Vallabhbhai Patel, Maulana Azad, Sarojini Naidu, Frank Antony and Vijayalakshmi Pandit. So Dr. Rajendra Prasad was the President of the Constituent Assembly, was the first President of India, children, Dr. Rajendra Prasad. In order to prepare the first draft of the Constitution of India, the Constituent Assembly appointed the drafting committee with Dr. B.R. Ambedkar as the chairman. So Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was the chairman and he was given the designation like the drafting committee, and he submitted numerous drafts of the provisions of the Constitution of India. Thereafter, the Assembly discussed and deliberated those provisions to give a final shape to the Constitution of India, children. So here, the Constitution of India was adopted on 25th November 1949 and it came into effect from 26th January 1950. So children, here is a preamble here given to you all. You all have already written the preamble in the first chapter. Those who have not written the preamble, you can write it in the second chapter also and paste it on the first page of your classwork, children. So here children, the next one is the aims and objectives of the Constitution of India. See, what are the aims and objectives of the Constitution of India are? It enshrined its introductory note called preamble. See, the preamble is here. The preamble to the Constitution of India is brief introductory statement that sets out guidelines which guide the people of the nation and to present the principles of the Constitution and to indicate the source from which the document derives its authority and meaning, children. So here, the hopes and aspirations of the people are described in it. The preamble can be referred to as the preface which highlights the entire Constitution, and it was adopted on 26th November 1949 by the Constituent Assembly and came into effect on 26th January 1950, celebrated as the Republic Day of India, children. So my next topic here is about sovereign. What is sovereign? The sovereignty of India refers to the freedom from any type of internal and external control. It also means that the country is free to frame and adopt its own policies. See children, in our country, because we are in a free and fair country, I am always telling you, we have got all the rights and we are free to frame any new own policies, children. So that is sovereignty. Socialist, being socialist, India aims at reducing the gap between the rich and the poor, and it strives to ensure fair distribution of wealth by providing equal opportunities of development to all its citizens and providing security to the elderly, children, unemployed and marginalized sections of the society. See children, here equal opportunities are given to all the citizens of the country. It is not that only the rich people will get, it is all to everybody. The next one is secularism, which refers to not being connected with religion or religious matters. Thus, India does not have any state religion, or in our country, every religion is given equal importance. You all know that. And all citizens are allowed to profess, preach and propagate the religion of their choice. And it is prohibited to discriminate any individuals on religious grounds. We should not indiscriminate the religions also, children. So the next one here is Democratic Republic. See children, do you remember the Universal Adult Franchisee? I have told you what is Universal Adult Franchisee. It is nothing but the citizens of the country who are above the age of 18 years are eligible to vote. It refers to the right to vote which has been given to all citizens of India who are 18 years of age or above. That is, which makes India a democratic republic. People here are free to elect their representatives to form and run the government, children. And also these representatives are accountable to the general masses for each of their actions. Thus the power remains in the hands of the people of the country. See children, being in a republic means we have adopted a system of electing our representative, and instead of being governed by a hereditary ruler. See, we are in a free country, so we have got this elections, and every 5 years we are electing our representatives who are making rules and regulations and who are giving us all comforts, security in our country, children. So we are not in a monarchy country, we are in a democratic republic country, children. See children, in my next class, I will be teaching you about justice. Already we have learnt about this social, economic and political justice. See children, there is a small video here. You can watch the video, and after my video, you can write the question and answers and do the worksheet in your homework, children. All the best. Thank you, children.